We welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes. Jay, when Westbrook has the ball, you know you can expect magic on the floor. The question everybody is trying to answer, can Russell Westbrook lead the Thunder to the promised land?
He can, but he needs to take his game to new heights, and that comes with leadership. Everybody knows that he's a triple-double waiting to happen each and every night. He's done that consecutively for 2 years now in the NBA, the only player in the history of the league to do so. He's that fantastic of the player. I love the passion he plays with Ed, but he needs to get his teammates way more involved. When you have a guy like Paul George or Carmelo Anthony, you have to make them better. Look how CP3 and James Harden, Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Clint Capella, they all make each other better. There's something missing chemistry-wise from the Thunder.
Man, are these two franchises invariably linked. Harden goes from Oklahoma City to Houston. Carmelo Anthony wanted to land in Houston. He gets traded by the Knicks to Oklahoma City. Go figure.
And I'll be willing to say this too, Ed. I think Carmelo Anthony would be a way better player if he were playing for the Rockets than him playing for OKC right now.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
To Anthony. Harden. From the painted area, won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Harden. Harden shot, no good.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. To P.J. Tucker. Anthony. Anthony, a shot, no good. To Paul George. From long range. Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Westbrook. Steven Adams with the slam. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
New blood coming in for both sides. Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
For three, off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Anthony. His first effort off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Defense, making the ball carrier work. Anthony. Knocked loose. Nene. 4-3. Oh, it's Westbrook to block the shot. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Anthony.
I'm here. Oh, yeah. Flash.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Anthony. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. To Anthony. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
The shot blocked by Grant.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Inside, he scores.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
You better step up on D.
Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall. First quarter in the books, and a nice cushion for the Thunder. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Rockets ball. To Carter Williams. Nene with the dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Westbrook into the front court. His team on top by 13. Westbrook, not that time. He missed it. Gordon with it. His guys currently down by 13. And they call the foul. Not the breeze there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. The Thunder have the possession. It's rejected by Tucker. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Westbrook. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. To P.J. Tucker. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
George. Shot by George. Misses.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Paul George to Westbrook. Second effort. The rebound belongs to Houston. To Carter Williams. And the finish at the rim.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 11, Brandon Knight.
Fist, come get the screen.
Into the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
2 points for Paul George.
I like that.
He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever play in the league from Germany? Detlef Schrempf, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dennis Schroeder. He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
And scores. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
George, offensive rebound. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To P.J. Tucker. Gets it in the left corner. 2-point shot for James Harden. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George to Schroeder. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden in possession. They find themselves down 10. Harden's shot won't go down.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Anthony, he had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Going to launch beyond the arc, cleaning the offensive glass. It's rejected by Noel.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Cleans it up. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Thunder with the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Around the perimeter to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Off the iron. No good. Westbrook into the front court. His team on top by 8. To George. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it.
See, you've been working on your game.
And he makes them both.
I'm here.
Harden into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Anthony. Knocks it down from mid-range. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Westbrook with it. His team leads it by 10. Westbrook to Paul George. Offensive board. Westbrook. Anthony with the rebound. Adams. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
Good shot, baby. Double.
Paul to Harden. Working the outside to Anthony.
By yourself, put it up.
Tucker. To Anthony.
Watch your back.
Has a chance.
Steven Adams. That's his first personal foul.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook. Misfires. It's no good. To Capella. Driving right to the basket.
Watch cut.
Paul to Capella. Goes to the left side. Add 2 points to the board. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Nene.
Yep, I got him. Here we go. Wait on it.
Harden to Paul. Harden gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Capella shots off.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To George. George with a shot, no good.
And it's written all over his body language. I mean, he looks frustrated, vexed, perplexed, whatever other word you want to throw at it with the X. But seriously, that body language, that's something he needs to work on.
Strong finish for Paul George.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Anthony to Capella. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. No good. Defense catching a break there. Nice pass to set things up. Harden doesn't have the touch. No good.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Not that time.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Paul to Anthony. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Big finish at the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Paul to Capella. Harden can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
From the painted area, won't go down. There's the buzzer. 3/4 complete. The Thunder in command of this one. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. OKC ball. Inside, he scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul George to Schroeder. George to Schroeder. Beyond the arc for three. And the Rockets clear the board. Carter Williams with it up top. Trailing by 14. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Paul George and a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
George won't go down. Gordon with it. His guys down big. Now on an out of bounds off a rocket. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Oklahoma City ball.
Hey, switch, I got him.
The drive right to the basket. That's blocked by Capella.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Westbrook, and he knocks it down, Jay. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Westbrook missed it.
I ain't missing no more.
Ball into the front court. Down a bundle. That is great vision to set it up. Westbrook into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound taken down by Houston. To Paul. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Fires the three. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets.
Hey, everybody get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Watch the shooters.
Slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Houston takes over. Harden. He buries it.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Paul to Harden. How you practice leads to that nice pump fake.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
For yourself before they're all gone. Stepping in for the Oklahoma.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Great look and vision. Count the basket inside. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Oh, he had him there for a second. It's PG for 2. The shot by George won't go down. Anthony to Harden. From long range, and James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
I got him.
Capella, nice pass to set things up. Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Thunder with the basketball. George buries it. It's a 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now Paul with the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. To Anthony. For 3. And it's George there for the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Rises for the slam.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career.
Harden.
I got him. A shot.
And the Thunder with the rebound. Gets off a 3 at the buzzer. Victory here for the Thunder. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long.